Hello and welcome to Sports Update on Trust TV. I am Emmanuel Fashimi. We will start with athletics just the way we started with athletics in the morning. We cannot stop talking about our athletes because they are doing well, and we expect that all our athletes that will be participating at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games will be a better outing for all of our athletes, as the Athletics Federation of Nigeria, the Sports Ministry, they are not leaving any stone unturned to make sure that all our athletes, including every other sport that will be showcasing at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, will do so well. So as it stands right now, we are still going to talk about another Nigerian athlete now, but this time around he's a male who just qualified for the Paris Games after a fantastic outing at the SEC event in the United States of America. No other person than Gonsi Brume, who qualified for the Paris Olympic Games after a remarkable performance, winning the third heat of the men's 100-meter race at the SEC Outdoor Championship in the United States of America in a time of 10.05 seconds to claim that victory. And with that particular time, he has made it. He has qualified for the Paris Games that is just 67 days away from now in Paris, that is in France. So congratulations to Gonsi Brume. He joined the likes of Toby Amuson, who also talked about in the morning show where she did so well at the Jamaica Invitational Tournament. He joins them. She joined the likes of Gonsi Brume. Okay, Gonsi Brume and Gonsi Brume both have qualified for the Paris Games. Brother and sister are going to Paris, one in long jump and the other one in athletics. So we have the likes of Favor Filios, who have made it through, Favor Ashe, who has also qualified. So we have a whole lot of athletes who are going to Paris Games, and the latest one is Gonsi Brume, who won his race at the SEC Outdoor Championship in the United States of America with a time of 10.05 seconds. It's a brilliant outing for him, and we are expecting that in the 100-meter race, the Paris Olympic Games is going to be star-studded. So we are going to hold our own. Favor Ashe is the fastest man this year, so let's see. And I'm proud to be in Nigeria at this point in time. When it comes to Paris Games, definitely we should be expecting medals in athletics and all other sports. Football, the women's football is there. The Super Falcons will be appearing at the Paris Games for the women's football event after a 1-0 aggregate against South Africa. That is the Banyana of South Africa in a two-legged qualification series. So good one for all of our teams that have our relay team is also there. The 4x100 for the guys, the 4x4 for the guys also. The mixed relay team is also there, qualified from the Bahamas Relay 2024 just last weekend. So a whole lot for the Nigerian athletics world. So congratulations to all of our athletes, both the team sports and then the individual athletes that have made it through. Chukwuebuka Enekwechi is there for shot put. We have Onamdi for javelin and co. A whole lot. We have a lot that will be going on in Paris Games after Gonsi Brume joined the party. We will come back to that as we are expecting our guests to join up on the show. But let's leave athletics and quickly look at the NNL. That is the second-tier league of in Nigeria here, Nigerian Club Football Matters, where we have 8 teams that have been confirmed for the NNL playoff battle. We have 8 teams in that playoff. The likes of Madiba FC, who are qualifying for the first time. We have that is from this Southern Conference. We have Ikorodu City, who made it through. We have Remo Stars Academy. That means if Remo Stars Academy wins the playoff, they will be joining their sisters team, the senior one, that is Remo Stars in the league. So they will be having 2 teams playing in the Nigerian Premier Football League. We have Beyond Limits, who is there. They all booked their places from the Southern Conference. You can see on the screen, Madiba FC, Beyond Limit, Ikorodu City is there. So they will be all of them will be playing at Inter Lagos at the playoffs. The venue is in Enugu State. That is where it will become. And then in the Northern Conference, we have the likes of our own Abuja team. Sporting Supreme of Abuja is there. We have Sokoto United. We have Academy Warriors and Nasarawa United. All of them from the Northern Conference made it through. So 8 teams altogether will be at the Paris, sorry, not Paris games now, will be at the NNL playoff to determine the winner, and then we'll have 3 teams who will get the promotion. The first 3 teams will be promoted automatically to the Nigerian Premier Football League next season. All right, we have Abba Michael the way from Jos joining us this evening. Abba Michael, welcome to Sports Update this evening. Wonderful one. We're looking at NNL, but let's start with the first story this evening, where Godson Brume have also joined the party, qualified for the Paris Games after the likes of Favor Ashe, Toby Amuson, Ese Brume. Ese Brume is already there. Godson Brume also now has joined the sister for the Paris Olympic Games.
Yes, I mean, Godson Brume is one athlete that I've seen that is yet to hit his potential. As far as the 100 meters is concerned, he's still a stem cell with so much potential yet to be uncovered, yet to be differentiated. And that's how I describe Godson.
Okay, we are having issue with your
when you watch his execution, and then before you know, you see him hitting top end speed. So Godson Brume is definitely one guy that we can rely on, and I'm glad that they are dominating the United States circuit. I'm glad that alongside Favor Ofili, alongside Favor Ashe, Akintola, most of our athletes have qualified. We saw Nathaniel also qualified for the 400 meters hurdles. It's a good one for Nigeria. I hope this Paris Olympics will be able to exert and stamp our authority as a sprint powerhouse when it comes to athletics. Paris is definitely going to smile to Nigerians.
Yes, Paris is definitely going to smile to Nigeria. Let's dwell on that a bit. Looking at all of these qualifications events for Nigerian athletes, I believe with the number that we are going with to Paris, we are going to have a better outing. I don't know what's your take, because most especially in the 100 meters for men, we have Favor Ashe, we have Godson Brume, we have, let's say, about 3 of them in the 100 meters, but definitely before the final, they have to run through the heat.
Yes, I mean, last time we had Adegoke in the finals. He had a time of 9.98 seconds. One thing about sprints has to do with consistency. As long as Brume can maintain sub 10 seconds in the 100 meters event, he won the SEC outdoor in the United States with a time of 9.99 seconds. If he can even maintain the high 9s, 9.90, 9.95, he will definitely get to the Olympic finals. You can't run under 10 seconds and not get to the Olympic finals. My problem with them is sometimes they become inconsistent. When it comes to the Olympics, the stage is bigger and it consumes them, and they fall for the pressure of the high pressure moments. That has been the challenge. But last time, Enoch Adegoke was able to prove that he is a clutch player and a clutch runner and reliable when the chips are down, when the pressure moments, the best of sprinters, the Noah Lyles, the Colemans of this world, the Bednareks, when they assemble, you will show that you are an equal and you belong in that community. And so I expect him to maintain this composure when the Olympics come calling. I believe Favor Ashe, especially Favor Ofili, I see her getting to the 200 meters finals. That's my prediction for Ofili, and of course Godson Brume, if he can maintain this pace.
Okay, definitely. We are looking forward to all of our athletes doing so well at the Paris Olympic Games. Congratulations to Godson Brume and every other athlete that have made it through to the Paris Games. All right, we also looked at the NNL, where we have 8 teams that will be participating in the playoff. The playoff venue is in Enugu State, but 8 teams have made it through. From the Northern Conference, we have Nasarawa United, we have Sporting Supreme of Abuja, who are all in there, Ikurudu City from the Southern Conference, Beyond Limits, Inter Lagos, Madiba FC. I think the NNL this season, to an extent, it's better. They've been able to, a better organization than what we saw last season and the previous one.
Yes, they have actually improved. I mean, Elegbele, right from the top, of the NPFL has done its onions, and of course the others are definitely keen in. I just hope that Manu Garba and the other coaches at the cadet level will even watch, come and pay attention, put cameras on the cold city of Enugu to x-ray the talents, the abundance of talents that will be assembled for the playoffs. It's not only in the MPFL that you get to see potentials and talents for the future. We still lack a number 10 in the Super Eagles. So who knows? The coaches should narrow their spectrum, their microscope, their lenses down to this level, to the NNL, so that they can be able to pick out players that, of course, will be good enough for even the Premier League, not just the NNL. So that's my wish, that the scouts will be at their best when it comes to beaming the searchlight on these playoffs. It's a very, very important event, and I hope that even the NFF from the top will pay a keen, close attention to these playoffs, because talents can be unraveled in the process.
Okay, talents can be unraveled in the process. The playoff will come up from 7th of June to the 14th of June 2024 in Enugu State. All right, let's leave the shores of the country and go straight to Europe. Like I said, actions happened in all of the top 5 leagues in Europe. For the Nigerian Premier Football League, there were no action over the weekend, just a rescheduled game between Sunshine Stars of Akure and Rivers United, where Rivers United lost that game. But let's go straight to the German Bundesliga, where one team has set a record. They have defied all the odds, and they have set their record. Arsenal did it in England, 49 games unbeaten. But this time around, they have toppled and squashed that record in top 5 leagues in Europe with 50 games after they trashed Bochum. And the good news is that the two Nigerians were in action yesterday, Nathan Teller and Victor Boniface. And Boniface getting one of those goals from the spot in that game. Now they have gone 50 matches unbeaten, setting an unprecedented record in Europe. Quickly in the league, they have played 33 games. 27 of those 33 games they have won. They have had 6 draws, 0 loss, 87 goals they've scored. They just conceded 23 goals they conceded, and they have plus 64 goal difference and 87 points at the top of the table. Michael, I think this team, if they finish this season, their last game will come up next weekend. If they don't lose that game, they will set a record in the German Bundesliga where they will go all season without a loss.
Yes, but we need to set the record straight. When we say Arsenal 49 games unbeaten, it's only the Premier League alone. So it shouldn't be matched or paired with Bayer Leverkusen's record, because if you look at the record, the 50 includes the league, the Europa League, and the cup games. So we need to clarify. The 49 or the 50 of the 49 of Arsenal is only the league, but for Bayern, I think it cuts across every event. So we need to clarify that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But then, I mean, we need to give kudos to Xabi Alonso. It's unfortunate that after their last game against Wolfsburg, even if they get the 3 points, they may only land at the 90-point mark. The best record was set by the 2012-2013 Bayern Munich team that won the Champions League and the Bundesliga the same year. They had a record 91 points, which is still unmatched despite the Bayer Leverkusen's unbeaten run. That season in 2013, Bayern had just one single loss. And so, yes, he may finish the season unbeaten, but then he's still trailing by a point to Bayern Munich's 2013 season when Jupp Heynckes was at the helm of affairs. But we must give kudos to this Bayer Leverkusen team. I just wish Xabi Alonso would have headed to Liverpool or perhaps Barcelona, but it seems like he wants to play one more season. I hope a weakness of his doesn't get exposed in the process. But then we want to say Ranka Dede to Bayer Leverkusen for such a phenomenal, unbelievable, unimaginable season they've had.
Yes, unimaginable season they had, like I said from the onset. I said in the league alone, the 50 matches comprises of all their competition this season in Europe, in the league, in the German DFB Poker, the German Cup, and then the Europa League. They are in the Europa League final, and they will play that. They will play the Europa League final, and 3 days after they will play the DFB Poker final in Germany. And so much for Xabi Alonso. 33 games played in the league. They have won 27, 6 draws, 0 loss. 87 goals they scored, just conceded 23 out of those 87 goals they scored, and they have 64 goal difference. They are at the top of the table with 87 points, and Augsburg occupying this, the first side of the table with 39 points and -9 goal difference. Let's go to the second side of it. The thing is, we have 18 teams standing. Werder Bremen is 11, 39 points. Wolfsburg 12, 37 points. Borussia Mönchengladbach is 13th with 34 points. And from the 13th position to the 18th position, all of these teams will be involved in a playoff battle, a relegation playoff battle, and see the teams that get relegated and then the ones that get to stay. And also in the German Bundesliga 2, there's also going to be a playoff to determine those who get promoted to the league proper. All right, let's leave the German Bundesliga and go straight to the Italian Serie A, where the defending champions of that, they are no longer defending champions because Inter Milan has already won the league as it stands right now. Okay, we look at the Ligue 1. The Ligue 1, we can see Ligue 1 on the screen. We have PSG against who lost at home to Toulouse 3-1. They've also won the league, so that defeat was to them is inconsequential. We have Strasbourg who beat Mainz 2-1, Rennes 1, Lens 1, Olympique Marseille 3, Olympique Lyonnais 1. We have Clermont Foot who lost at home to Lyon. That was a mix-up in that result. Let's look at the table quickly. Lille beat Nantes 2-1. We have PSG still staying at the top of the table with 70 points. Monaco is second, 64 points. Lille third with 58 points. We have Brest on the fourth position with 58 points. Same points with Lille, but goal difference 18 and 16. Nice on the fifth position with 54 points. We have Lens on the sixth position, 50 points. We have Lyon on the 7th position with 50 points. Marseille is on the 8th, 47 points. Rennes is on the 9th position, 46 points. We have Toulouse, who defeated PSG, now having 43 points and -1 goal difference on the 10th position. All right, let's look at the second side of the table. Reims is on the 11th position with 41 points. Montpellier is on the 12th position with 40 points. Strasbourg 13th with 39 points. Nantes is on the 14th position, 33 points and -21 goal difference. We have Le Havre on the 15th position, -10 goal difference and 32 points. We have Metz on the 16th position, 29 points. Lorient is on the 17th position with 26 points. And we have Clermont Foot on the 18th position with 25 points. That is how the teams are standing in the French Ligue 1. Michael, for PSG, they lost that game. It was inconsequential to them as far as we are concerned because they are on the, in fact, not on the verge. Already, they are just waiting to be to just leave the trophy at the end of the season in their last game.
Yeah, sure. They are just awaiting the victory parade. You know, each time I look at the League One, it's just it's baffling because you look at teams bearing Olympique Marseille, Olympique Lyon, and now the Paris Olympics will be hosted in Paris. So it's all about the Olympic teams being in a country where the Olympics is about to unfold in 74 or 75 days time. Definitely for PSG, this is a time to field non-starters, bench players, substitutes that have been on the bench, warming the bench all season long. This is an opportunity, for Enrique to feature them, give them some playing time. Perhaps he may just discover some talent hidden in the substitution in the bench. Because some of these players, sometimes because you have a player in the starting berth, you don't get the best of them because they've been on the bench, and when they come in for 10-15 minutes, they don't really execute or exhibit their potentials at the highest level. So I would advise the coach, perhaps Mbappe is on his way to Real Madrid, where he's going to visit or play with the best player in the world, Vinicius Jr., who is my candidate for the Ballon d'Or. So
okay.
Congratulations to the champions-elect.
Yes, congratulations to the champions-elect PSG. Let's go straight to the Italian Serie A. Napoli is not looking rosy for them, as over the weekend they lost at the Diego Armando Maradona Stadium 2-0 to Bologna. We have Milan, who trashed at San Siro, trashed Cagliari 5-1. Juventus and Salernitana played a 1-1 draw. Atlanta had to dig it deep to beat Roma 2-1, and Torino beat Hellas Verona 2-1 away. Genoa beat Sassuolo 2-1. Lazio beat Empoli 2-0. Those are some of the results in the Italian Serie A. For Napoli, it's not good news for them at all. We now have they've moved to the 8th position. Wow. For Napoli, they now have 51 points, and definitely, as it stands right now, they might just be off the race of the European games this season. Only God can save them to play in Europe, and they will be playing in the Conference League. But Inter Milan, who are champions-elect already, they are just waiting to celebrate the trophy at the stadium. Have 92 points after they bounce back from their previous game, the last game loss. AC Milan is second with 74 points after trashing. After beating Salernitana, we have Bologna on the 3rd position with 67 points. Juventus, after 1-1 with Salernitana, have 67 points, but goal difference and separating them and Bologna. And definitely in that position, both of them will play in the Champions League. But for Bologna, it's going to be an automatic qualification to the Champions League. Atlanta is 5th with 63 points. We have Roma on the 6th position, 60 points. We have Lazio 7th with 59 points. Napoli is 8th with 51 points. Fiorentina 9th with 50 points. Torino is on the 10th position with 50 points. Let's go to the second side of the table quickly. We have Genoa starting the second side of the table, 46 points, 11th. Monza is 12th with 45 points. We have Lecce on the 13th position, 37 points. Verona is on the 14th with 34 points. And Salernitana, after a 1-1 draw with Juventus, have 16 points, occupying the 20th position of the league. Sassuolo have 29 and they are 19th. Udinese is on the 18th position. That's the team of Maduka Okoye, have 30 points on the 18th position. Empoli is on the 17th position and 32 points. So between Empoli, Frosinone, Cagliari, it's going to be a tough one for the last game of the season to see the team that gets relegated and the team that stays. But Michael, Napoli, they continue to perform badly and poorly. On-field and off-field issues has actually affected this team.
Yes, I mean, I feel sad for Napoli. Right from the outset of the season, they have missed every step, and despite the efforts, despite Osimhen going to Bishop.
Okay, we lost Michael there. Please, if you can join us back. You heard him. Napoli is doing so badly, despite Victor Osimhen coming down for the Nations Cup.
All season long. Juventus has not been finding it funny at all because they are trailing by more than 20 points to Inter Milan. So it's been but Atalanta has shown that they belong to Europe.
Yes, Atlanta have shown that they belong to Europe. All right, let's leave the Italian Serie A and quickly go look at today's fixtures. Games will be coming up tonight in the top 5 leagues in Europe. We have a game in the EPL. Lazio, okay, we are still seeing the Serie A result. Lazio 2-0 against Empoli. Genoa 2-1 against Sassuolo. Hellas Verona. All right, we are back with today's fixtures. We have Aston Villa, who will be at Villa Park to play Liverpool. If they win this game, that means the 4th position, they will consolidate on that 4th position and play in the Champions League next season after they lost the Conference League semi-final to Olympiacos. Barcelona will be at home at Camp Nou to play Real Sociedad. In the La Liga, we have Lecce against Udinese. In the Italian Serie A, 2 games in Italian Serie A. Fiorentina against Monza, also in the Italian Serie A. Aston Villa, Liverpool, Barcelona, Real Sociedad, Lecce, Udinese, Fiorentina against Monza. All of these games will be coming up tonight. La Liga, Italian Serie A, and the EPL. That is the English Premier League. All right, before we go on the show, let's quickly go straight to Dakar, Senegal, where Rivers Hoopers have done so well after playing 4 games, losing 2. After playing 6 games, winning 4 and losing 2 in the Basketball League Africa 2024. Rivers Supers have actually done well. They finished the Sahara Conference with the best team record. Like I said, 6 games, 4 wins and 2 losses. They lost their last game to last year champions, that is Tunisia Monastir, 73-62. That game ended on Sunday in Dakar, Senegal. Michael, I don't know. I think this team in 2 seconds, just 2 seconds to react to it, 2 seconds you have to talk about Rivers Super, who have done so well in the Basketball League first phase of the league.
Yeah, of course. Drums. They thank God for Rivers Hoopers that have revived that has been in shambles. 19 rebounds. Also, a big shout out to Divine AK, my favorite player on the team.
Okay, Michael.
Kelvin Amayo finished with a buzzer to finish the game with a 3-pointer. And so we are really
okay. Triple double. All right, Michael, that is where we'll be leaving it on the show this evening. Thanks, Abba Michael, for joining on the show all the way from Plateau State. And congratulations to Rivers Hoopers for finishing as the best performance of the Sahara Conference. And that is it on the program. I am Emmanuel Fashemi. Say thanks for watching.